Ladies and gentlemen, these are the top stories from the world of F1 from last week. Mohammed bin Salem is going to become the FIA president for the next term, next 4 years under the leadership of this man. There is actually some technical issue due to which other people can't even validly compete. Basically, I'll give you the gist. You have to have a representative in your presidential team from every region of the world. And in South America, there is actually only one member. That member is a part of Mohammed bin Salem's team. So technically, no other competitor for the FIA presidency can have a member from South America because there is only one member and Mohammed bin Salem has that member. So Mohammed bin Salem is technically going to become the FIA president thanks to all those rules. We love it when democracy comes together. And also, even if other people did compete, with the support that this man has and the money that he has given to all of the member organizations, I doubt anyone else would have voted for anybody else. The next story is we have some K-pop singer group visiting Max Verstappen and Red Bull over the Singapore Grand Prix weekend. I watched a video featuring these people. None of them knew anything about Formula One or motorsport or anything really which is even remotely related to the sport, and this is just the world that we live in. As you can see from the face of Max Verstappen, he is very thrilled to be the object that is used by these gentlemen to increase their social media followings. It's a disgrace. Zach Brown has been accused of deleting crucial WhatsApp messages. So basically what happened is IndyCar champion Alex Palou was a reserve driver for McLaren and he breached the contract because he wanted to stay with the same team that he is in right now. He didn't want to go to the McLaren-backed IndyCar team because the McLaren-backed IndyCar team earlier promised him a way to Formula One, which is not going to happen because Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris have multi-year contracts. So Alex Palou decided to breach that contract to stay with the team that he is, and now he is being sued by McLaren Racing for breach of contract. In return, he has now accused McLaren Racing CEO Zach Brown for deleting crucial WhatsApp messages so that the fine that he will be giving to McLaren becomes less than $20.7 million, right? Because I don't think he has that much amount of cash lying around. We move on. Popular YouTuber Amelia Demoldenberg, that's a Jewish name probably, is going to create some show where she learns how to drive. I won't watch it, I'm just saying. I mean, it's gonna bring a lot of new, irritating, young, thirsty simp fans to Formula One, so I guess that'll be fun. We move on. Max Verstappen is now competitive on a track where he was supposed to struggle. He and Red Bull are supposed to struggle. Yes, he was struggling to keep up with George Russell, and towards the end of the race, he was under pressure from Lando Norris. But a P2 in Singapore, he qualified P2, looked to be fighting for pole. It's exciting times ahead for the 2025 Drivers' Championship, especially when both of the McLaren drivers are having their own inter-team battle. So great job by Red Bull for building Max Verstappen a car that he can drive and take it to the podium positions righteously. We move on. The next story is Lando Norris, who stood on the podium in the 2025 Singapore Grand Prix. After the race, he was asked by media people, Tom Clarkson in particular, about the kind of move that he did and what impact it has and was it too aggressive. And he started talking as if he has won 12 world championships in Formula One. He is like, people who say that I was too aggressive should stay out of Formula One. And I have to be that aggressive. The team thinks it was right. Of course, the team thinks it was right. Because you are the benefactor, you are the one who got benefited from it, and Oscar got fucked. So obviously the team is okay with it, and it was a great move. Little bit, sketchy on the edge, but in all honesty, not to shit on Lando Norris too much, it was a good, genuine racing move, and we need to see more aggressive behavior like this from him. But let's not talk like you are a seasoned world champion. You were a contender in 2024 and looks like you will be a contender in 2025. If anything, if I had to put bet money that who will be a bigger challenge to Oscar Piastri, it will not be Lando Norris, it will be Max Verstappen, who is even further behind, like in the championship standings than Lando. But Lando being a little bit sassy and throwing a little bit of attitude. Up next, we have Oscar Piastri and Max Verstappen, who have put Lando Norris in their list of drivers they want to put in the wall. Max Verstappen wants to put Lando in the wall because Lando impeded Max in his final Q3 qualifying run and also hit his car in the 2025 Singapore Grand Prix opening lap. Oscar Piastri wants to hurt Lando Norris and put him in the wall because Lando hit Oscar Piastri in the opening lap of 2025 Singapore Grand Prix, and also putting Lando Norris in the wall will cause a meltdown of Andrea Stella and Zach Brown. That's basically what Oscar Piastri wants to see at this point. Finally, we have Carlos Sainz speaking against the blind and retarded race director who was in Singapore Grand Prix. He says, last weekend they didn't show any of the 4 or 5 overtakes I did at the end, nor did they show Fernando's pursuit of Lewis. They missed a lot of things. Sometimes there are so many, but no, done this one. Don't lose sight of the main thing. For me, they go overboard a little showing the celebrities and girlfriends. And this website, independent.co.uk, in order to make this point, they have used a picture of Carlos Sainz and his girlfriend. So these are the top stories from last week from the world of F1. Thank you for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.